YouTube? Welcome back to the show. Whatever you're doing right now, you just need to stop. You need to turn up the volume because I got something for you that could flip your entire perspective on crypto upside down. Listen, everyone's been screaming about Bitcoin like it's the holy grail of digital money. But what if I told you that the real play, the one Wall Street doesn't want you to see, isn't Bitcoin at all? In the next 15 minutes or so, I'm breaking down why XRP is about to enter a supply shock unlike anything we have ever seen before, and how the derivatives market, ETFs, and a new wave of liquidity could launch it into the stratosphere. We're talking trillions in potential flow. If you missed this, you're going to be that guy who laughed at people buying ETH under $10. So here's what's on deck. Edward Snowden dropping an absolute truth bomb. The US Treasury, he's sending us mixed signals. ETFs opening the floodgates in October. XRP supply dynamics that could send XRP's price absolutely vertical. Stick with me because I'm telling you right now, this could be one of the last times that you're going to see XRP under $3. We're going to kick it off with Eric Trump right here because I know a lot of you, and I know the current narrative on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, everyone's screaming for a bear market. Just stop. Sometimes you just need to take a step back. You need to look at what is coming to crypto, ETFs, retirement pensions, sovereign wealth funds, and just think about it for a second. If all this new money is about to enter the market and buy these assets, what must the price do? The price must go up. Folks, we are in the middle of a bull run. You really need to zoom out for a second, and then you're going to see it. Stop staring at the weekly, the daily, the 5-minute. I've seen someone looking at a 3-minute chart saying it's going down. What are you doing? Listen to Eric.
And the future is incredible. The future is bright. The future is incredible. And I think fourth quarter of this year is going to be unbelievable for a host of reasons. So super excited.
How do you think Bitcoin's going to go?
I've always said that I think in time, Bitcoin surpasses $1 million. I think with quantitative easing that we're going to have starting tomorrow when the announcement's made, and all signs point in the right direction, unless this guy's really off his rocker, but then he's going to just get laughed out of this country. But I think starting tomorrow, you're going to see right drops. You see what's happening with M2, which is the money supply around the world, which is skyrocketing right now. Fourth quarter has always historically been, the best quarter, or, generally the best quarter for cryptocurrencies.
Come on. Eric Trump knows what's going on behind the scenes. He knows where these institutions are going. If this man is bullish, how are you going to be bearish? You just got to stop. Then we get this Edward Snowden. He says gold. It's just Bitcoin that can be sent over the internet. I love it. Look, this thing, it hits like a freight train because it cuts straight to the heart of what money really is, right? Trust, scarcity, and probability. That's it. Gold was the king for 5,000 years. AOL was the king for how many years? Bitcoin came along and it digitized scarcity. But let's be honest, Bitcoin has limitations. It's slow, it's clunky. And scaling it for real world payments, well, it's like trying to strap a jet onto a horse and buggy. Now, here's where it gets crazy out here, right? I want to pull up this chart right here. This is Bitcoin to gold. Everyone loves comparing Bitcoin to M2, to the M2 money supply. I've been telling you for quite some time, we need to look at Bitcoin to gold. This is the chart you need to focus on. It's on about a 2-month delay. You see exactly where we are. You can tell exactly where we are going next. Now, we take now think about this for a second. If XRP takes Snowden's logic and we push this one step further, Bitcoin made money digital. XRP makes money instant, scalable, and frictionless. It's not just a store of value, right? It is the settlement layer of the internet itself. And let me say this, everyone. If you're tired of being behind the curve, guessing, hoping, well, I got something for you. And this week, we got new spots freshly opened up. Private one-on-one calls, me and you, just like this in front of the camera, talking crypto, talking about your portfolio, talking about exit strategies. I found out the other day, I've been part of someone's bathroom routine for the past couple of years. My time's limited on these. We don't open a lot of them. You need to get involved. You need to get a call going. You need a play. a tailored play built out to your strategy. Then we get this, and we're getting mixed signals on this. Okay, this is Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. He says that the US will not be buying any Bitcoin. Okay, now remember, this was about a month ago. It was in August. He stated that we hold 15 to 20 billion dollars in Bitcoin, and they got more than confiscate. That's cool, but it's kind of weird at the same time, because didn't they promise us a strategic Bitcoin reserve? I don't buy the fact that they are not buying or are going to be purchasing any more Bitcoin. So it's kind of almost like Washington is doing its old doublespeak at its finest, right? It's kind of what we're used to hearing. But this explains a lot, right? It's no coincidence Bo Hines, he resigned. The cracks in the narratives are showing. When the government fumbles like this, you know what? The markets, we smell opportunity. Listen up.
We've got the large gold holding. I doubt we're going to revalue it, but we are going to keep it there, again, as a store of value for the American people. We've also started to get into the 21st century, a Bitcoin strategic reserve. We're not going to be buying that, but we are going to use confiscated assets and continue to build that up. We're going to stop selling that. I believe that Bitcoin reserve at today's prices is somewhere between 15 and 20 billion.
And Mr. Secretary, all of these ideas to monetize the asset side of the balance sheet of America, is that partly the beginnings of this sovereign wealth fund that you spoke about in your hearing back in January?
I think that these are all standalone ideas, and that as we get more into them, it will require legislation. We'll do it through statute to create a fund to hold these and to oversee them in a good way for the American people.
In a good way for the American people. Wait, what? So you're not making a strategic Bitcoin reserve, but we're definitely holding billions of it? Come on, that's Washington doublespeak at its finest. And folks, the Instagram page is up and running. Make sure you come follow me. We're putting up like 3 to 4 videos a day over on Instagram. You get a little behind the scenes peek at what Rip does back here. Then President Trump, he has 9.5% of his net worth in Bitcoin and crypto. I don't see President Trump selling. I see his kid Eric pumping crypto, telling us where we're going in Q4. Don't you think that if Eric knew a little something more than he let on, that President Trump over here would be selling his bags and getting out before the bear market hits? Now let's talk about this, because October is when it's all going to start. This is going to lead us into the rest of the video, where we're going to be talking about how XRP gets to a higher price target. And we got an interesting twist for you. Whether you love or hate Bitcoin, here's the reality, right? ETFs bring in serious money. You saw it happen on Bitcoin. You saw it happen on Ethereum. I mean, we're talking not only pensions, but we're talking retirement funds, wealth managers, trillions of dollars that have been on the sidelines because they didn't want to touch crypto directly. Now, what do we see coming in October? You see them on your screen. Grayscale's the 18th, 21 shares the 19th, Bitwise the 20th, Canary the 24th, Wisdom Tree the 25th, Franklin the 25th, CoinShares the 25th, BreakShares the 25th, and then you got Swell November 4th to 5th. If I had to take a stab at this, and I'm pretty good at guessing these things, we are going to see all of these ETFs approved, and it's going to be to run up the lead up into the Swell event, where we're going to not only see Goldman Sachs, Franklin Templeton, Wisdom Tree, Citibank, JP Morgan, BlackRock, Fidelity, all are going to be talking there. And what are they going to be talking about? Well, most likely they're going to be talking about these ETFs and why they decided that they were going to have an ETF on their platform. But here's where things start to get juicy, and you see it on your screen. XRP has a total supply of 100 billion units. Sounds like a lot, right? Well, is it really a lot? Because here's the thing. The transaction fees on the XRP ledger are burned, gone forever. And while those fees are a fraction of a cent, adoption compounds. Since launch, we're looking at about 12 million or so have already been burnt, right? Permanent reduction in supply. On top of that, Ripple releases their 1 billion XRP a month from escrow. If it's not used, it goes right back into escrow. That means the actual liquid supply hitting the market is controlled and predictable. You compare that to Bitcoin, its supply cap, it's not going to be reached until 2140. XRP though, our moment is coming way sooner. This is supply shock math in action. Less supply, growing demand, and then when you throw institutional money into the mix, oh boy, you get explosive price action. Now we're going to listen to this clip from Jake because we're going to bust this whole market cap thing, all right? One of the biggest misconceptions in crypto. Market cap is not the same as a stock in valuation. People love to say, oh, XRP can't hit $10, it'll be $1 trillion market cap. Wrong. Market cap is just a snapshot. Price multiplied by circulating supply. It doesn't factor in liquidity, velocity, or derivatives, which we're getting into next. Listen.
Times whatever the last trade was. So when people say that you can't have an XRP market cap of 100 trillion or $250 billion, they don't understand supply and demand. They don't understand available supply versus total supply. So let's say you only had 100,000 XRP available on exchanges for purchase, and people were willing to pay $1,000 or $2,000 for an XRP because they need it, and the value that they're going to get from the token inside their business is 5 or 10x that. They're going to be able to save enough money by using it to settle that they're willing to pay that premium on that token in order to purchase it. Well, if it's trading at that value because of the supply and demand dynamics that exist in the market cap is irrespective. And this is also...
The market cap is irrespective. So here, look, period. If trillions of dollars of derivative markets, ETFs, and institutional flows come into XRP, the price is going to move. Market cap doesn't hold it back. That's why Bitcoin can swing 200 billion in market cap in a week. It's liquidity driven, not locked in stock valuation. So when people tell you XRP can't hit certain numbers, just smile because they don't understand the math. And then we get into this. Epic, derivatives. You can see this highlighted on your screen. This is the rocket fuel that is coming. The perps future markets. Look at what happened when ETH, Solana all got integrated into the perps DEX. Billions in open interest flooded in, multiplying liquidity, multiplying volume, and driving prices up fast. XRP is about to have its own perp DEX moment. And that changes everything here, everyone. Why? Well, it's simple. Derivatives are absolutely massive. Look at some of these other numbers that these other ecosystems did. So when XRP perps go live at scale, you're going to see hedge funds, whales, and high frequency traders pile in. That means more demand, more liquidity, and a massive upward squeeze on the price. This is the exact same playbook that sent ETH into the thousands and Solana into triple digits. XRP is next in line, and with its unique supply dynamics, well, the rally could be even bigger. So let's put this all together. Snowden showed us money evolves or it dies. The US Treasury, they're playing games, go figure. But the ETFs that are coming in October, they're going to open the floodgates. XRP supply dynamics are tightening by the month. Market cap myths are getting destroyed. And now derivatives are about to bring the biggest money in the world straight into XRP. We're standing on the edge of a massive XRP rally, not just a little bump. This could be a once in a decade repricing event. So here's my advice. Don't sit on the sidelines. Position yourself smartly. Because when this thing takes off, hesitation, it's going to cost you. And if you want to make sure you're positioned perfectly, hey, book that one-on-one call with me. The link is down below. Because you know what? In this market, timing isn't just money. It's everything.